Wow, how did I get here? And I cannot believe it's been 8 years. Have you ever been in a space in your life where you thought you had your life figured out, but in reality, there's been a nudge as if you're supposed to be elsewhere, you're supposed to be doing something else? 8 years ago, I remember I was traveling. I went to the DC area to spend the holidays. I was there for an entire month. And I couldn't travel back home because there was a shooting at the airport in Fort Lauderdale and I was just delayed. But throughout that whole time period, I had this weird feeling on the inside of me as if my life was not where I wanted it to be. I remember my entire life being focused on medicine, medicine, medicine. And at that very time period, it just felt as if I was being stirred in a whole different direction. And randomly, it always seems to be random, but it's really always God. This book popped up on my feed about purpose, and something told me to purchase it. So I did purchase the book and I started reading it right away. A month later, fast forward, I'm home, February, I'm sitting on my couch. And one of the things the book said is purpose is not something that you figure out. Purpose is something you're awakened to because it's always been a part of your life. It's just that your eyes have not yet seen it. So I finished the book. I'm sitting on the couch. The very next day, I had a lunch meeting with two women. In the middle of our conversation, they start talking about relationships and the way they're going about it. And the way they were approaching their relationships, it was causing it to fail over and over and over again. And I remember sitting there quietly observing, and out of the blue, something bubbled up on the inside of me with care and also passion. Because when I'm passionate about something, I come alive and I just start pouring into them. And we have this deep conversation and they're just sitting there like taking it all in. Yet there was no judgment. They were taking it all in because I was not judging them, but I was pouring into them. And it's interesting because now it all makes sense. I remember driving home after that conversation and that was my awakening moment. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is it. This is what I'm meant to do. This is my purpose. It's pouring into women, helping them navigate their inner world. It's almost as if at that moment, God took a flashlight and he started showing me my life. Don't you remember when you were 16, 17, this 40-year-old woman would approach you and just start talking to you about their relationship that's failing, the areas of their lives that's falling apart? Don't you realize people jumping in your car saying, so Joni, can I talk to you about my career? Don't you realize people were always drawn to you? And God showed me this is not the norm for everyone. There's a gifting that I gave you. And at that point, I didn't even realize that I was coaching people because I had always been a very curious person. God was telling me, you need to share more of your thoughts, insight with women because there's women that need you. Your whole life, women has been drawn to you. They wanted to talk to you. They felt like they could trust you because you don't judge them. And there's a lot of things I've given to you for you to share with them back. You need to create a platform where they can find you. In that very same day, February 18, 2017 is when I started my online platform. And at that very moment, we started to attract women from all over the world. We have about 12,000 women in our tribe today. I did decide after that awakening moment to actually make it official. I've always been a very curious person, but I'm the kind of a person like to do things professionally. So I officially pursued my professional coaching certification from the University of Miami, made it official. And I'll never forget within our group at the end, these are all business professionals. We all came into our different fields to do this professional coaching certification. And I'll never forget my classmates looking at me and saying, I know we all completed the program, but for you, this is a gift. And this was my confirmation that this is a God thing. This is where he wants me. This is where he's been leading me. And it's been such an honor this past 8 years to have been serving women from all over the world. And this is how Flowing Love was birthed, truly and honestly. And I cannot tell you the amount of women that has found me on our online platform who has hired us. These are women from Africa, from Europe, right here in the States, from Australia. A lot of them I've never met in person until after they've hired us, until after we've supported them, until after they've gotten results. And then I would travel to their states. Some of them would travel from Europe or from other places or from different states. And I would meet with them for the first time. And it's been such an amazing journey. And this past year, I wanted to make it a mission for me to serve people right here in Broward because I said, wait a minute, we have all these women who are getting all these amazing results from all over the world. But what about Broward? I've been living in Broward my entire life. And it has also been very amazing just to partner with different organizations, with different companies, to bring our work to their world. So people often ask me, so what do you do? And I usually tell them is support women to navigate their inner world so that they're able to be successful in everything else. Because one of the biggest things I've learned throughout this past 8 years journey is this. If your inner world is falling apart, everything else in your life will feel chaotic. And what's interesting is that there's this subconscious belief systems, fears, hurt, past pain, mindset that's driving women. And every woman is different. There's a different concoction of subconscious things that is driving her. For some women, it could be fears, things that she believes about herself, and negative mindset. For another woman, it could be a past trauma that she never dealt with, paired with a new belief system. So for every woman, it's different. And what's beautiful is that in the coaching space, we're able to navigate each woman's inner world so that she can have a very specific way of getting results. Women who are stuck, we help them get unstuck because we're not just focusing on my relationship is failing, I'm not doing well as a leader, no one respects me at work, my husband is drawn away from me. We don't focus on just the problem. These are the goals. These are the symptoms. The goal is for a better marriage. The goal is for a better team. The goal is for you to be a better leader. We take all the goals, but then during our coaching time, whether it be one-on-one or group setting, we support our clients to be able to see the exact reason why they have been stuck. That's why professional coaching is so powerful, because it's very unique, it's very personalized, and you cannot walk away from the coaching space without results, because it's designed to not focus on the problem, it's designed to focus specifically with you, the woman or the person getting results. Usually when I meet people, they ask me, well, what about the men? How come you don't work with men as well? And I tell them, yes, we do. And I know I get that question often because our program, our video guided curriculum, is specifically designed, to support women. My niche, I have chosen as a coach to focus on women and also women of faith, because a lot of the work we do, it has a spiritual component too. For those people who need it, we never push that down anyone's throat. But it is a great aspect of our program as well for women who are believers and who need that spiritual support. We work with men as well, especially when we work with organizations. We work with everyone, men and women. Whether it be one-on-one, we coach male clients, whether it be within a group. We often get that question because our video curriculum is specifically designed for women, beautifully crafted with accountability. But professional coaching and the video guide, they're complementary, but they're not the same thing. Professional coaching is a skill that can be used for both men and women. And absolutely, we work with male leaders and employees and staff members as well. When I look back over these past 8 years, there's so many different things that has shifted. We have the business side, which services organizations, whether it be a nonprofit who serve women, whether it be a company who needs support for their leaders, their staff, their employees. We bring our coaching methods into it to bring leadership development, team morale, and it really directly impacts the organization in a beautiful way because it boosts their bottom line. When the people are taken care of, everything falls into place, right? And we craft each of our coaching program for each company based on their needs. So none of our programs are cookie cutter. It's specifically designed for the woman who needs it or for the team who needs it. So that's under the business side. We work with women one-on-one, also with companies who need support for either the women they serve or their team, leaders, employees. And also, under the Flowing Love brand, we also have the nonprofit arm that strictly serves women who are in low income and systematically excluded communities. We give them scholarships to attend our coaching or events or workshops. And these are women who would otherwise not be able to afford our services. Coaching is such a beautiful space. It's such a judgment-free space. It's such a powerful space. We don't want to limit only to people who can afford it. We also want to create scholarship opportunities so that other people can also benefit, because oftentimes those in those communities, they have very specific traumas, very specific emotional pain, very deep things that they navigate. Their inner world, their fears, their past hurt, their mindsets is just as impacted, and they need that support as well to get unstuck. Around the community, sometimes we'll host our workshops and our events just to support those who are in need of our services. I'm just so honored to have been doing this work for the past 8 years. It's been amazing to see the transformation. It's been amazing to partner with other coaches like Janelle. Hello. We service the physicians in other organizations as well, where we bring the support to them. It's very powerful to work with leaders, women, mothers, single mothers. I've never met a group of women who doesn't need this space. Everyone needs a space to process their inner world, a space that's judgment-free, and to achieve the transformation they're looking for. So thank you so much for being a part of our journey. I'm honored to serve you and to continuously serve you. I'm looking forward to what the next 50 years will bring as we continue to bring value, support to the women that we serve.